welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy and this is Dino Budgets, and today we are going to do a little budget with me for the first paycheck of 2022. It is exciting. The new year is coming. New Year's Day and Eve and all that fun stuff is only a few days away. So of course I had to make my Christmas nails into New Year's nails. So I just went ahead and put some decals, some Color Street decals over my acrylics that I had done, and just to enjoy those for a few days for the New Year's. So I hope you guys are excited for that, and I hope you're excited to budget. We're going to do it a little bit differently today. I'm going to take you a little bit more old school, back to pen and paper. We're going to kind of do it together like how I usually do it, and before filming. So some of this stuff could be a little raw and there could be mess ups and math errors, but that's how it goes in real life when you're trying to figure out your budget. So we're going to do it that way today. But quickly, before we do, let's see what T-Rex is trying. Remember guys, no matter what kind of day you're having, at least you're not a T-Rex trying to go bobbing for apples. Oh gosh. It just looks weird. All right. So let's get into it, guys. Let's do some budgeting. So like I said, I'm taking you a little old school, going back to the pen and paper. This is the paycheck number 1 for 2022. My paycheck does go in a little bit early, so it went in on the 29th of December. And so I have got my breakdown. I like to have my income sources, my total budget amount that I'm going to have, and then I take each category or binder and I break them down. Now, some of these are a little bit shorter than usual. Both of these binders usually have a lot more categories, but it is the end of the year, and so I'm just going to focus on the ones I really need or want to put money into. And then we will just go through this and see if all of our totals come out. So one thing I usually don't show you guys is how I do my zero out. I've explained it before, but I've never actually like shown you in like written form so that it would be as clear as possible. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here and put in our income totals, and then I'm gonna show you what I would normally do electronically with those. All right, so for regular pay, we actually got a little bit more than usual, which is great because it gives me a nice jump start on some savings challenges and putting away some other money that had to be depleted from envelopes in December and all of its craziness. So we got $2,264.61 coming in from that. And then the once a month check we get as military pay, that came in at $747.28, giving us a grand total for both of those at $3,011.89. So when I do my zero out, guys, it is literally the way I do it is the last 3 digits of when either I have income come in or I pay a bill, because I do have a couple bills that come out electronically and I do like to round those up while I'm budgeting. And so when I do roundup, obviously there's extra too. So a lot of times I'll come back and zero out a bill after it's processed from my bank account with what's left over for that. But so literally my zero out amount for my regular pay is going to be $4.61. And then for the military pay will be $7.28. So when you add these two up, it should come out to be this $11.89, which it does. And so automatically I am taking $11.89 and transferring that over into like another savings account or just my general savings. And so automatically I've already saved almost $12 before even starting any of my budgeting. So when I take that out of this, my total amount that I'm going to be budgeting this time is going to be $3,000. So first, I like to go to my electronic funds, or things that I pay electronically and I don't pull cash out for. So what we're going to do for these is this time tithe. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do 400. And then for my mortgage, I already have set aside $700 of my mortgage into another savings account. I do like to split it between my paychecks just so I'm not taking an entire paycheck for my mortgage. So I do need another $750 for this. And so we got our calculator out here. We have 400 plus the 750. So we're going to have a total of 1150 that we need to leave in the bank account in order to pay electronic bills. All right, and then I do leave like a little bit of a buffer. So there is some other money in my bank account besides just this 1150, but so that I don't spend it, I just ignore it and I let it be in there and I forget it's there. And then that way, if I ever have an oopsie or a surprise, it's in there and I can get it. And that's also where like my emergency money is. Once I hit $1,000, I roll it over to the bank account. So I do have some extra money to cover me in case there is an emergency. All right, so next we're going to go down to our bills. And so for our bills, we are going to go ahead and pull out money for all the rest of these for the month, except for my phone bill, because that always gets budgeted in my second paycheck because it's another electronic thing. So let's go ahead and start with these. So internet is going to get 61. My water bill, I estimate 30. My Netflix is going to be 15. My gas and electric, I will do 110. I do have my gas and electric on a budget bill system, so they kind of do an average bill for me every month, and so that gets reevaluated every 6 months, and I think I have a reevaluation coming up here soon, but they do let me know ahead of time what the new amount is going to be, so that way I know if it goes up or down, I can adjust my budget. Sewer and trash is going to get 50. Subscriptions is going to get 10. My yearly insurance will be getting 50. And my new medical envelope will be getting 20. So let's go ahead and add these up. 61, 30, 15, 110, 50, 10, 50, and 20. So we have a total of $346 that we will need for bills. All right, and then coming down here to our wallet. So this is all the money that I am going to budget for the next 2 weeks that will be in my wallet envelopes. So we did, we were going to give ourselves a pretty good grocery amount just because I need to go buy groceries with the holidays. It's been absolutely nuts and haven't been able to actually do much cooking. It's been a lot of eating out. So what we're going to do is give ourselves $150. Our household will get 20. Gas is going to get 100, which will hopefully be an over budget amount just because my husband is still working from home, so hopefully we don't need a ton of gas. And then eat out, we're going to only give ourselves 50 for the next 2 weeks. We did get a lot of gift cards for Christmas to restaurants, so we're going to try and focus on using those first, and so that we can put more money to savings and other things that are needed instead of wasting it on eat out food, because we're trying to be better about that. Car washes is going to get our 20. We did get our first snow, so we're gonna need to start washing the car at least once a week when it does snow, just because we use so much salt in my area, and I'm trying to make my almost 14-year-old car last as long as it can till I have money for another one. Coffee is going to get 10, and tips for coffee will get 4. And then I do like to make a note for myself for my 10% challenge, what I am going to need to take out of these to fulfill that 10%. And by noting it now, it also helps me when I go make out my breakdown sheet for bills to know how much I want to take out the bank. So that helps me know that, for example, groceries is going to need $15 taken out for the 10%. And so when I go to do my bill breakdown, I make a mental note to myself that I need to have at least 110 and 15 in order to take that out. Otherwise, I'm trying to break things and make change when I go to do the stuffing, and that just doesn't work. So using a breakdown sheet for your denominations really, really helps for stuff like this. Household will end up needing $2. Gas will need $10. Eating out will need a 5, car wash will need 2, coffee 1, and I do not take the 10% out of my tips because I don't want to short my tips. So this is not an extra amount that I'm taking out to budget, it's just me making a note. So for our total for our wallet, we're going to need 150, 20, 100, whoops, let's try that again. 150, 20, 100, 50, 20, 10, and 4. So that is a total of $354, which 350 of it should have 10% being taken out. So we should have $35 over here. So let's go ahead and double check that. 15, 2, 10, 5, 2, and 1 is 35. Okay, so we are good on that. Now moving on, let's go up to my next binder, which is my You and Me binder. All right, let's try and get you in frame here so that we can still have our calculator. All right, so You and Me just literally means my husband and I. This binder contains all the things like our personal sinking funds to our fun adventures and things we want to save for that are just for ourselves. So we're going to focus on 3 of those this time. Entertainment, we're going to give a 20. Self-care will get a 20 as well. And then travel's going to be getting 100. We do have a tentative little getaway vacation that we're trying to plan for, just because we haven't done one in so long that we finally picked one. We're like, okay, let's do it, you know, such and such weekend. So we kind of have like a goal that we're trying to reach with that, and that'll probably be by beginning/middle of May to have that money saved up for. So our total here is going to be 140. Moving on to the holiday envelope binder. So obviously we're already done with a bunch of Christmas and different year-end things. So I don't need a ton to put into this just yet. We'll start back again in the new year with things to build it back up. And so we're just going to focus on gifts. That is going to get 50. Oh, nope, that is my bad, guys. That is going to get 60. So let's just turn this into a little wonky 6 there, giving us a total of 60. And so this envelope is literally for anything other than Christmas gifts. So whether it be birthdays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, wedding gifts, baby showers, any of that sort of thing, that is what this envelope is for. So moving on, we have my sinking funds binder. And so we're just going to focus on a few of them in there this time. Let's give 80 to spending. Let's give Barney 50. And I did have somebody ask, for those of you who are newer to my channel, Barney is our little senior rescue dog. I will pop up a picture on the screen so you can see him, because right now he's absolutely adorable. It's wintertime in Iowa and he gets so cold so easily it just shakes. So he is a sweater dog. He doesn't mind wearing them. He probably likes it because it keeps him warm. So during the winter months, he always looks extra cute. And so that is his sinking fun. Moving on to car maintenance, guys. Let's get this built back up. If you didn't see in my previous videos for the month of December, poor car maintenance just had a roller coaster of a time. Lawn care is going to get 50. We're going to prep that for the coming spring so that we can get our lawn taken care of. And then girls weekend, which we have not stuffed in a while, is going to just get a 10 so that we at least have something in there for when the next little girls weekend trip comes up. So let's get a total of 80, 50, 120, 50, and 10. So we're going to give $310 to this one. And then last but not least, we are going to move on to our long-term savings. So in this binder, I think I am putting something in everything because these are very important right now. We're really trying to beef up on most of them, and the other ones we're just going to add a little bit. So house repairs, we're going to give 100. Emergency fund, we're going to give 50. New car is going to get 100, and let's try and keep that 100 in there. Poor new car. Every time car maintenance gets hit really, really bad, that means the new car envelope does too. Our vacation cabin is 50. And then this is a new envelope. This is for my nephews. We're going to give it a 20. So I do have 3 nephews. And then I also have like other really close family and friends that, you know, necessarily wouldn't be blood nephews, but they're definitely called nephews because I'm pretty much like an aunt to them. And so this is mainly focusing on my 3 blood nephews, but if I end up building up enough, I can roll it over to some others as well. For those that are new to my channel or don't know, my husband and I do not have kids. If it happens in the future, it happens. And so, but for now, we're going to decide to save for our nephews instead. And save something towards like a graduation gift, whether it be high school or college, or kind of split a little bit of both. So for our long term, we need 100 plus 50 plus another 100 plus 50 and 20. So we're going to need 320 to go into our long term. So what we're going to do is take all of these totals all right, and we're going to add these up and see how much we get to put into savings challenges. So we're going to take 1150 plus 346 plus 354 plus 140 plus 60 plus 310 plus 320. All right, so 2680, and we're going to subtract the 3,000, which was our original budget, and that is going to give us $320, which honestly is less than what I thought it was going to be. So I might have messed up somewhere. Let's add them one more time just to make sure I didn't hit something wrong. So let's start with the 3,000 this time. We're going to subtract out 1150, subtract out 346, subtract out 354, subtract out 140, subtract out 60, subtract out 310, and subtract out 320. Well, that did not add up either. All right, third time's the charm, as I always say. So we have 3,000. We're going to subtract 1150. Subtract 346. Subtract 354. Subtract 140. Another 60. 310. And 320. All right, so we do end up with 320. That is actually $50 less than what I was wanting it to be. So what we're going to do, I can make it work. Let's just make 320 work. All right. So 320 for those savings challenges. So for the total of everything, we do have the 3,000, making us at a zero-based budget. And like I said, guys, I will go back with a cash denomination sheet and write down all of my categories that I am taking cash out for, which will be everything except for this 1150. And so if I take 3,000 minus 1150, because I want that to stay in the bank, I am going to need $1,850 in cash to stuff. And I will do my breakdown and select the denominations I want for these. I shouldn't have too many. That'll be complicated. My wallet tends to be a little complicated just because I'm figuring in that, like, being able to pull 10% out of that, but it works. I make it work. So that is it, guys, until next time when I actually do my cash stuffing over this 1850. So I hope you have a great day, and if you want to see more videos like this, guys, of budgeting and cash stuffing, and I might even do kind of like a how to start your budget, you know, kind of the steps from scratch for somebody who's completely new to this whole process. And then of course we're going to do savings challenges, because that's just a given. We love our savings challenges. So to see more videos like that, go ahead and click the subscribe button, guys. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video, and leave me a comment down below, because I love to chat with you guys. Have an amazing day, and until next time, bye.